Well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We're waiting for Kathy to show up this morning, and I'm not quite sure what happened because she's not here. We were going to do a Google Hangout with Kathy Jones and Barbara Williams, and this is our third attempt. So I tell you what, rather than to keep putting, there's Kathy. I saw her picture just pop up, but I'm not sure. She said she was having some problems down there in Panama hearing me. Are you able to hear me this morning, Kathy?
I can hear you now loud and clear, Barbara. Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely. So this morning we were going to do a little podcast with myself about, oh my God, the myriad of health challenges in this country. We won't even go global with it because it's too massive. So we're just going to talk about America, the United States, and what we have happening here, but even more importantly, what we're having in-house. So, Caliphy, I'm going to kick it over to you. I know you had a few things you wanted to say.
Yes, Barbara. Once again, it's Kathy Jones here live in the mountains of Panama, and I'm so privileged to be on this hangout with Barbara Williams today, talking about, the number of health challenges that people face. And I'm not going to get real condition specific, but inflammation is the cause of so many problems these days, and toxicity in the body is a cause of so many issues. And I know, Barbara, you personally have had, unfortunately, a myriad of health challenges. Do you want to just share with our listeners today? Because I'm sure so many listening are going to go, oh yeah, I can relate to that one, and I can relate to that one, and I can relate to that one. So yeah. Barbara, tell us what you've got going on.
Well, listen, some people out there actually know me. I was in the top 1% income earners with Zango, but that was a number of years ago. That was like history now. But the point being is many people who've known me over the years did not know many things that I'm going to share today. And I'm actually going to be quite transparent and authentic. And this is not easy for me because it's in an area that I've never wanted to share before, the challenges that I have. And gosh, there's so many, Kathy, I don't even know if I'm going to remember all of them. I'm not even going to tell you guys how many prescription drugs I have to take, because that might scare you. But I've always combined the prescription drugs with various health items, that have also just tremendously helped me and turned me around completely. But one of the most recent things that happened to me, I'm going to share to you kind of in a story, and then you can go and look it up. But like Kathy said, I thought you said information, Kathy.
No, inflammation.
Not information, but inflammation. Or I don't even know, inflammation. Anyway, that big word where you inflate like a tire. But yes, that's a major cause, the foundation of all health challenges, at least according to what Kathy and I have been reading. Correct, Kathy?
That is so true. Whether it is that serious, I like to call it the C word, or autoimmune diseases, so many things have that inflammatory component. So, and I'm sure you have experienced that. I know some of the stories you've told me about your inflammatory issues and what you've been having happen around that.
Right, and also this is an outreach. If anyone out there knows of a product that they themselves might have that they feel would assist me even further with what's going on to me, just email me. You'll be able to find the email address somewhere in the YouTube account. And just email me and, let me know what you've got. I stay open. Anyway, with that being said, this is 2015, and we're in May. And it's a beautiful, sunny Saturday in Merced, California. Beautiful out there. I'm going to go swimming later today. But back in December 2014 wasn't quite as beautiful as it is today. And I don't know, like Gazooks or whatever I said, Gazooks it was like out of nowhere, I found myself in the emergency room with blood pressure below 70 over 50. It was pretty scary. And it's almost unheard of. And the ambulance picked me up, and um, they didn't see the need at that immediate second and left me sitting in the emergency room. And I'm sure you guys have all heard these horror stories before. And because I felt so faint, I went to sleep in a wheelchair and didn't wake up until 2 hours later. But by that time, I was in a world of trouble, and I was screaming for Kaiser, and I'm a Kaiser Permanente patient. It was like, get Kaiser down here to pick me up, even though it's 30 minutes away. I no longer trust you guys. And Merce said, get me the heck out of here. And so they came, and sirens blaring and everything else. I was whooshed away to Kaiser, where they got on my situation like white on rice. They just immediately took me in, and at that point I was just almost, I was really out of it. And they got me immediately on morphine, intravenous antibiotics, and all that nonsense. And, well, I shouldn't say nonsense, all that stuff that kept me alive. And I could hear in the background something about, renal failure and a few other things. And I was so out of it, I don't know if they were talking about me or my neighbor next door. I really don't know. But all I know is I was in ICU for a good 8 days, and then sent over to the hospital, and then sent over for a couple days to finish out the antibiotics. And what, in fact, I had all started from that word Kathy threw out there earlier, inflammation. I had inflammation so bad that I looked like I had elephant legs. And I'm sure some of you out there can relate to this. Not all of you, but some of you. Or you've seen someone in the grocery store with these big elephant legs, where the legs are so swollen that they swell up the ankle and the feet, and it just looks like this one big leg like an elephant. Well, that's what I had. But that was like an offshoot of the inflammation first, then the diabetes, then the inflammation. I had, in fact, what was called pitted edema. And I don't want to get real technical here, because to me that's not fun. I'm all about fun. But anyway, that pitted edema turned into cellulitis. And the cellulitis, watch out guys, I really want you to catch this word because it'll kill you in a heartbeat, turned into sepsis. And that's S. Sally, E. Edward, P. Paul, S. Sally, I. Indigo, S. Sally. And sepsis will kill you in a heartbeat, even if you're in the emergency room, even if you're in intensive care. Many people meet the other side of the world with sepsis. And basically what sepsis is it's a blood infection in every part of your body. So I survived it. I've been healing since December 14th, but I still had a lot of challenges with inflammation. And I've been basically able to keep the cellulitis under attack. Well, last night I tried this incredible product. And I'm not going to tell you what company it's from, because I'm really not here to sell you the company. Unless you want to know, then contact me and I'll tell you more. But there's this wonderful product that was detox, and it was a detox product that detoxes the brain as well as the body. So the first thing I noticed is I took this incredible detox product, heavy metal detox product, and 30 minutes after I took it, I didn't mention to you, I'd been suffering from brain fog, actually since I was 25 years old, and I'm not 25 anymore. Anyway, this brain fog, and yesterday I had a hard time waking up, had tremendous brain fog, pretty much like I do every day, and most people don't know that about me. But anyway, I took this detox product, I went over to the dentist. Within 30 minutes, my eyes were open like saucers, my brain was cleared up. I was acutely aware of every corner in the room, everything, the paint on the wall, or the color, everything there was. I felt awesome. Well, it says take it 2 times a day. So I took it again last night before I went to bed, and I woke up this morning. Oh my God, I had spindly legs. All that inflammation in my legs was completely gone. And I haven't told you this, Kathy. I lost 4 inches of inflammation around my leg. 4 inches. And that was only measuring one spot on my leg, which was from my ankle 10 inches up, where I literally now have flesh, skin, literally on bone, which I have not had that since I was 18 years old. So back over to you, Kathy. Sorry for taking up so much time, but I did want to share that story with whoever it may apply to out there. So Kathy, back to you.
Oh, thank you, Barbara. And, when I spoke to you yesterday, I could hear in your voice a clarity that I have not heard since we've been working together here for, I don't know how many months it's been, but all of a sudden I'm like, this is the Barbara that I had met years ago, and I could really see that difference. And I know that there's so many people out here that can relate to, maybe they haven't had the sepsis or the cellulitis, but they've had issues related to that inflammation, or maybe they don't even know that they have that. And I know, there are so many even younger people in their 20 to 40s that are having health issues at a younger age than any of us ever experienced in the past. And I really feel, and there's a lot of documentation about this, that a lot of that is due to toxicity. And Barbara realized that and decided to take this heavy metal detox for the body and the brain product. And in just one day has saw significant improvement. Now, is everybody out there going to experience that in one day? Not everybody, Barbara, but it's well worth a try. And, scientific documentation behind this product. And I just feel what you've shared today can help so many people. And like you said, maybe somebody out there has something they'd like to share that they have used for their inflammatory or other issues. And so really appreciate today that you've taken the time to listen to this hangout. We will be doing more in following Barbara's progress by taking this product and maybe others that she finds out there. But we really want to kind of document her story because people can relate to stories. We're not trying to sell anybody anything. We're just trying to share the information on what is happening with Barbara Williams today. So, Barbara, any closing words you would like to say?
Yeah, sure. I would like to kind of just, I didn't want to start off this way, but I'll end this way, is that at age 30, right after I delivered Rachel, it's actually a blood disorder, so I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's thyroiditis. I had 6 million and some odd antibodies attacking my body, and I began to be told about the hundreds of other health challenges that it could be lead to because of the antibodies attacking my body. And I told them to stop reading because I really didn't want to manifest those challenges. So I can't tell you what they are today. Although I can tell you I do have COPD. Well, actually, Cassie, I noticed I'm breathing better too. Oh my goodness. Now that oh yeah, that's awesome. I hadn't even did my inhalers today. And I don't know if I sound different. Cassie, do I sound different at all?
You sound, like I said, clearer, and I don't hear you taking a breath as many times as you have in the past.
Wow. Okay, yeah. Well, I haven't done any inhalers this morning. Have COPD, high blood pressure, diabetes, degenerative disc disease, herniated disc and stenosis L4, L5, diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome as early as 25 years old, Epstein-Barr, if anyone knows what that is. What else do I have, Kathy? I know there's some other things that I have.
Well, I think that covers a lot of them, Barbara. I know fibromyalgia was something I think that you've mentioned you've suffered with, and so many people I like to call that kind of a newer disease, so to speak, because it's being diagnosed so many times. And I know a lot of the listeners out there probably, have either have it or know someone that has one of these autoimmune diseases like fibromyalgia, like lupus, like Crohn's disease, like MS. And we're not saying that any product we have can cure those diseases, Barbara, but when you can give the body a tool to help detoxify at the brain and cellular level some of those heavy metal and biotoxins and chemicals, so many of those diseases I just spoke about have that toxicity component. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share today, Barbara.
Oh, yeah, I think it's about time to wrap up. I'm still amazed that I don't know what Cassie's comment was on it, but 4 inches of inflammation around my lower leg part is been reduced since last night, since the detox I took. And that's 4 inches, Cassie. I mean, that's incredible, isn't it?
That is amazing, to say the least. I mean, you think of what 4 inches is. Look down at it. Invite everyone to look down at their legs and think what an extra 4 inches would look like. Now, that happened to Barbara overnight.
Absolutely. Well, we don't want to bore you with a whole lot of going on and on and on. But anyway, we'll round this up. A little bit of awesome from Cassie Jones and Barbara Williams, just sharing today, enjoying the Google Hangouts that we're able to do, and just excited. So bye for now, and over to you, Cassie. Just bye to everybody.
All right. Well, thank you once again. Like Barbara said, Barbara Williams and Kathy Jones. Appreciate your time listening to our Hangout, and look for more to come.
Thank you. Bye-bye.